So the first step we are going to talk about and the disadvantage of long distance relationship is trust issues. So when lovers are distant from each other for a very long period of time, trust issues set in. And you kind of feel like accusations and a lot of quarrel just set in within that period of time. And it's not like your partner doesn't trust you, but it's more of like it has been a while that he or she has seen you. So they always want to kind of query you or even ask you about whatever you are doing and if it's true. So they always kind of feel like they have to call you to actually be sure of whatever you are telling them on phone and always want to make sure say, oh, okay, I know this particular time you are doing this, but let me just test you and see if you are actually doing that thing or whatever you are doing at that moment because of the physical environment they find themselves in, because they are seeing something they feel like they were supposed to be having or enjoying that kind of thing because of the environment they are in. So long distance relationship always try to bring a lot of queries, quarreling, and a lot of trust issues when it comes to long distance. Let's go to the next point, and the next point is a very interesting one, and you kind of feel like um because it's more of like a distance thing, you are always going to have issues with regards to this kind of problem, and that's physical relationship is limited because you don't have the platform to actually express your feelings to your partner. So that's when physical relationship matters and comes in. Because of that feeling, that environment, you always want to express your love to your partner through the physical touches and all that. When I'm talking about physical touches, I know you know what I'm talking about. Sex, yeah, sex, of course. So you don't have the time to even sometimes even ask your partner like hold your partner's hand. You don't have the time to actually maybe see your partner face to face to even hug or even sometimes kiss. We are humans. Sometimes we always one way or the other we are in the mood of maybe even hugging anybody around us just to feel okay and feel appreciated by the people around us. So physical touches and physical relationship is actually limited when it comes to long distance relationship. Now let's dive into the next one, and that one too is very, very, very interesting. And that one actually causes a lot of breakouts when it comes to people who are into distance relationship. That's miscommunication. Miscommunication is one key point you don't need to actually ignore when it comes to your distance relationship that you're in with your partner. If you really want that relationship to actually go far, just work on the communication aspect. The communication aspect comes in a whole lot of form. It can be either chatting the person, calling the person early as morning, but you also have to consider the time difference of where you are, and even if you're in the same country, you have to consider what the person is doing at that particular time, what kind of job the person is into. So you always have to try and find a way to communicate with your partner. If for nothing, just a few minutes to be able to get in touch with them will always make sure the relationship is intact and everything is going on well. So, guys, let's go to the next point, and that's time and shadows. Everything that you do, everything that you have planned, make sure your partner have an idea of what it is. You don't want to be there and maybe your partner will start mistrusting you by actually getting people to spy on you because you said at this particular time you're going to do this, and you've given like, oh, I'll be doing this for this month and every time I'll be here. You've sent your partner the shadows. And long distance relationship, as I said earlier on, trust issues comes in. There's a lot of mistrust and queries about, are you sure you're doing this or doing that? So you always want to make sure that there is no mistrust between you and your partner. That's when the time and shadows comes in. So make sure your partner have your time, knows your shadows, so that it can avoid jealousy in that relationship. So when there is no much time and the partner is not aware of your shadows, then you should be ready for a little of jealousy. If not, some people actually there are a lot of people who don't know how to handle jealousy. So you always have to be very cautious about your partner and always make sure that these things are actually well handled. So let's go to the last point, and that's loneliness. That one I bet you is a killer for. So loneliness is actually one key point that actually also, apart from communication, that can also make you actually feel like ignoring your partner, feel like leaving that relationship and go into another relationship, because you always feel like there's somebody you need to talk to. Not getting to talk to your partner more often, or how urgent you need your partner, can lead you to start talking to another person. because you don't want to feel lonely, you start talking to this person, and it creates problem for you in your relationship. Because when you start giving attention to another person, it always end up you reducing the time and the whole lot of things that you share with your actual partner, because you have somebody who is closer to you that you feel like talking to. So loneliness is something that you need to be very, very careful. And to actually not reach the point of loneliness, make sure the first 4 things I said, you're able to handle it very well, and so that you and your partner will be happy in that relationship. And I bet you'll not even think about loneliness again. So guys, this is the end of today's video. This is your boy Majid Eldin. If it is your first time watching me, kindly click on the subscribe button and turn on post notification. So guys, you can also follow me on Instagram at eldingh_. See you another time. Bye bye.